Tim Sheldon on the left, Linda Ring Erickson, and Ross Gallagher. Tim seeks re-election as state senator and Ross Gallagher as county commissioner for Mason County. These three are currently, along with the Dodge, a limited liability company composed of Areva and Duke Energy, the biggest threat to the health and safety of the seniors in Mason County, its citizens, and its children. These three have eagerly and resolutely supported Dodge's proposal to install a massive bioincinerator in the heart of Sheldon, Mason County, fueled by the stripping of the local forest lands up to a 70-mile wide radius over the objections of the vast majority of its residents. This despite the planned site and its smokestack being located only several hundred yards from the largest outdoor designated recreation area for children and toddlers. Though mandated as a smoke-free area by the county's own ordinance, area children will be exposed to the dioxins, mercury, arsenic, lead, acids, and toxins borne by the plant's smoke, present despite optimal efforts to eliminate much of the bigger particulates. Yet, the finest and most dangerous will remain suspended in the air column for long periods. Forest soils on steep slopes, having been rapaciously denuded, will be exposed to winter elements and heavy rains, eroding into streams already sedimented and further eliminating biodiversity. A region already beset by heavy flooding due to past forest watershed mismanagement resulting from short-sighted government programs will be doubly injured yet again for greed masquerading as carbon neutrality and responsible resource management. Dodge projects its bioincinerators to be located next to the area's most vulnerable populations of children and seniors will consume over 600,000 tons per year of woody materials, young trees, and underbrush from surrounding forest lands, despite claims of carbon neutrality derived from a renewable resource. This proposal will bankrupt the region's forest soils needed to sustain it. Soils stripped of their last vestige of organic material and exposed to the winter elements will be leached of their micronutrients and eroded from steep slopes into our bays and stream beds, increasing flooding, already forcing residents from their homes. Existing regulations at the state and federal level are inadequate to protect the public, but used by Dodge, Simpson, and Evergreen State College to justify their greed and irresponsibility. It is, in fact, all about the money. Like past boondoggles such as corn ethanol production, bioincineration is an unattractive economic model even for the most rapacious without the injection of vast sums of federal dollars based on the legal fiction of carbon neutrality. This fiction has generated a gold rush of activity by Dodge, Simpson, Evergreen State College, and the state of Washington itself, chasing federal largesse and carbon credits. It has attracted the worst of the worst and least responsible. Unfortunately, no white knight exists willing to help the majority of citizens opposed to this calamity. The big money and politicians are aligned, stonewalling, insulting, labeling, and marginalizing their constituents publicly. Justin Stang, a graduate student with a bachelor's degree in history and a minor in political science from a university in Rhode Island, is running for Tim Sheldon's state Senate seat in the 35th District as a write-in candidate. Nancy Williams, a Republican, foster mother and grandparent, is also on the primary ballot for that position. Tim Sheldon sponsored the bill, which waived environmental restrictions and taxes on bioincinerator operations and their timber baron suppliers. Sadly, that bill passed unanimously in Olympia. How could so many elected to protect the public's interest have gotten such a critical issue so wrong? Those old enough to remember Gamscam may recall, it's all about the money. Citizen protests and community sentiment come in a distant second or third. When approached after one county commission session, Tim was asked point blank how many signatures citizens would need to gather to get him to reconsider his position. Tim's response, it wouldn't matter. In other words, even 100%, it's around 77% presently, of citizen opposition would be insufficient to move this professional politician.